Discovering the World's Table, we travel the globe, unearthing the history behind our most celebrated dishes.
This is like a work of art.
Meeting the people preserving local ingredients and those adapting traditions for modern tastes.
They call people from here potatoes. Yeah.
Potato people?
Yeah.
Each recipe tells its own unique story, bringing a fresh perspective on our changing world. Join me, Nick Quick, for Discovering the World's Table. Watch on iPlayer.
Live from London, this is BBC News. After days of violent unrest across the UK, the Prime Minister announces a standing army of specialist police to tackle the disorder.
I've asked for early consideration of the earliest naming and identification of those involved in the process, who will feel the full force of the law.
Bangladesh's Prime Minister resigns and flees the country after weeks of protest. The army chief says there'll be an interim government. Widespread looting is reported in the capital, Dhaka. More than 300 people are thought to have been killed during the weeks of anti-government protests there, more than 50 on Monday alone. Kamala Harris is expected to name her presidential running mate within the next 24 hours. Iran says it needs to punish Israel to prevent further instability in the region. A growing list of countries is urging citizens to leave Lebanon as soon as possible.
And I'm Courtney Bembridge, live at Edinburgh Festival Fringe, where we're making lots of new friends from around the world.
Hello, I'm Annita McVeigh and you're watching Verified Live, 3 hours of checking out the main stories and the facts behind them. The UK Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, has announced what he called a standing army of specialist police officers to tackle violent disorder in UK towns and cities, which started after the fatal stabbing of 3 young girls in Southport a week ago. The announcement followed an emergency response meeting with senior police leaders. Meanwhile, the Northern Ireland Assembly has been recalled to discuss violence there. Misinformation about the identity of the Southport attacker spread on social media led to the riots. Police forces have made hundreds of arrests since the violence.